Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Lisa. Happy hump day. We got our day started out great with some sweat. My husband and I are doing a great workout program together. And I wanted to do a big shout out before I talk about muscle memory to all my challenge group challengers out there. If you see this or you're on, you can catch it later, whichever. But I wanted to talk really quickly about muscle memory because actually my husband and I were talking about it today. So we're doing a 60-day program of a fitness program, and there's about 9 workouts in the program, so obviously you're going to repeat some of them. So we did a workout today that was the same one we did a couple of days ago, and we were talking about how between our huffs and puffs, we were talking about how it I don't know if easier is the right word, but it did feel like our body was used to it a little bit more, and so it felt like we got more out of it because we were able to do it. And so we were chatting a little bit about muscle memory. I know a lot of people ask me about muscle memory, or in some of my classes, they'll show up to class and they'll go, oh, I haven't worked out in a week and I didn't want to come. Or some of my challengers will go on vacation and they'll come back, oh, it's so hard to get back into it. I feel like I lost all that I worked so hard for, that kind of thing. So there's a lot of good news about muscle memory. So I want to share that with you. The bad news, there isn't really that much bad news about muscle memory. Basically, what is muscle memory? Muscle memory is pretty much what we used to call that motor skill development. We teach that to little kids when they learn how to move or run or pick things up, right? It's basically what our muscles remember to do. And without getting scientific, because there's a lot of people out there that can do this better than I can as far as the science of it, but the memory of your muscle is hidden away in the nuclei of that cell in that muscle. So what that means is it's in there. So your muscle will remember it. So that's why when you're starting something that's brand new, this is the bad news. When you're starting something brand new that you haven't done before, your body is like, what are you doing? Stop it right now and never do it again, because it can feel uncomfortable, it can feel awkward. Now put me in a Zumba class, to be honest, and that's how I feel. It's just not my fitness personality, even though I love to dance and it's super fun, but when I'm directed to put my feet in a certain way, it takes me a few times to get there. Actually, I love Zumba, but it's harder for me to pick up than, say, jumping jacks or boot camp style workouts, because I do that a lot more. So anytime I get to try a dance fitness program, I try it, and it's always challenging because my muscles just don't know it. But then after a few tries, we're golden, right? And so even in our group exercise classes, if you're an instructor, hopefully you tell your people this when they're brand new to the class. Say, hey, listen, I want you to promise that you're going to try this class at least 3 to 5 times. Because after about the 3rd time, your body will be like, oh yeah, okay, I remember, I can do that. And they'll have victory. So big shout out to you guys who are starting a new program, because the first few workouts are going to feel really awkward. Really, that's the only bad thing about muscle memory, is you actually have to train your muscles' memories. The good news is once your muscles remember stuff and you're starting to repeat it, you're going to get a really effective, efficient workout, because your muscles are just going where they need to go and you're doing the move the way you need to do it. Another really great thing about muscle memory is we used to think that once you atrophied, when you lost muscle, it was gone, but that's not the case. I mean, you get weaker, but the memory is still there. So if you pick back up, you actually can get stronger, and you can get stronger quicker than someone who never did those workouts before. For example, when I underwent all my surgeries for cancer, I had breast cancer, I had multiple surgeries, and I came out of it super weak. At the end of a year, I was super weak, super fatigued, and really struggling, like thinking, oh, I'm never going to be strong again. I'm never going to be able to do a push-up. But the fact that I had been relatively fit and worked out before my cancer diagnosis, when it was time to start getting back into the gym and start working out again, I actually picked up my strength quicker than maybe somebody who didn't have the fitness background. That doesn't mean you can't get there. You just got to start somewhere and stick to it. So if you're starting something brand new, whether it's a dance fitness class or a body pump class or P90X or 21-day fixed 30-minute workouts or Pilates, something that's brand new, promise yourself to at least try it 3 times, at least 3 times, maybe 5. And before you make a judgment on the format or your ability to do it, because you'll surprise yourself. And the more variety you give yourself, that was my dog, just dropped a bunch of things. Hi, Fritz. Okay, this is Fritz. I know, he's always growling in the background. This is Fritz. This is the troublemaker. Anyway, the more variety you add to your workout over the course of, say, a year, just do different programs, you're going to get stronger and fitter, and you're just going to feel awesome. So if you have any questions about muscle memory or about anything, let me know, and I'd love to talk about it. Hope you have a great day. Bye.